I don't think you guys know something about me, and I'm just gonna do it. I shouldn't be eating these, but I also should have not gone to Target and saw them. These are my favorite candies when Valentine's Day hits. You guys, these things are so good. I have loved them for as long as I can remember. Ever since I was a small Scientology child. Okay, that's the last one. Remember that time I ate candy corn and I lost 10,000 subs over it? How are we today? What are we doing? What are we up to? I just got home. I have the windows open. It's like 90 degrees here. Hey, Abigail. Hey, Panda. Marsha Laird. Punky, why don't you come sit up here, though? Punky, why don't you come sit up here, Tuna? Why don't you sit up there, Suki? Hey, Self Love Club. Hey, Zachary, Jamie Palmer, MLG Gamer. Hey, Mods, Charcoal Ninja, Joanne Hawley. I think I saw Liz Tricks in here. No, it's not, Sophia, but hello, Sophia. Hey, it's Joel Sachs. I never get to see Joel Sachs. I mean, it's not entirely true, but still, I'm happy I got to see you, Joel Sachs. You're probably off to go to sleep now and close your little peepers. Just adorable, really. There's Robin Miners. Who else is here? Anna Banana. Ghost Rider made it today. Abigail. Tammy. Did you change your name from Tammy in New York to Tammy Canute? Or is that a different Tammy? Hey, Meredith Lynn. Okay, I regret eating that on a stream. I'm sorry. It's like stuck in my tooth now. Hey, Rainy Day, Diana H, aka. Hey, Wendy R, I missed you yesterday. Marie Marion's here. Oh, I can't believe how much you love Minnesota. It's crazy to me, Panda. It's crazy talk. Mittens, welcome in, babe. That's really cute, Mittens. Hey, Eric. I cannot believe how much Panda loves the snow. It's weird. She's Australian. It doesn't seem like a correct fit for me. Hey, Angel, Starlina. There's old Charlie. Where have you been? Donna Cooper. Oh man, Donna, like I'm addicted to those little hearts. They're so good. Hey, Puka Vista. Trostel Lorraine. Why do I know you? Your name seems familiar. Welcome in, babe. Hey, Lady O. Glad you're back, Reese. I've really missed you. Glad you are back with us. I love you, Wendy. I missed you as well, and I'm happy to see you. I missed you yesterday, so I'm glad you're here. Robin Miners, DNV, Angie Mo. Nora got crapped on for eating French fries yesterday. Yorkie Mom. Hey, Pam. Nora got crapped on for eating French fries. That's hilarious. God, that makes me want to eat French fries. Hey, Anita Card. Cute. I love that about us, Anita Card. All right, fine, real quick. Hey, there's Teresa. Aussies love snow. Same person, and I'm still in New York. Tammy, I thought so. Hey, Patty Cake. West Coast Fancy Nancy. Punky, sorry to wake you up, but real quick, Robin Miners wants to see your little footy paws. She would like to see the footy paws. Let's get a good look at the footy paws. Where's Armine? Where is she? That's a lot of attitude. Actually, it's a little bit of attitude because we just woke up. We were snugging into our chair. I know Pam's here. I miss Pam all the time. We were in our chair, we were sleeping, and now we're just floating through the air, if you will. We're just floating through the air. Oh, you're little, aren't you? Oh, I love it. That's the daintiest kiss I've ever gotten. Oh, it's little, all right. It is dainty. Oh, there she is. Hey, Armenia, I did miss your hello. Hey, Karen Doll. Robin Miner says, is it real, Squirrel Girl? I don't know. Are you real or are you like the Velveteen Rabbit? I'm not so sure about it, honestly. I can't say that it is for sure. It's a lot of time. It's a lot. They were, Wendy. She was really excited. That's a lot of, oh. We love these footy paws, though, girl. Let us kiss those, oh. Let us kiss those footy paws, Punky. We've been calling her Ingrid. That's her new name, Ingrid. Sometimes it's Suki. But right now, we're referring to her as Ingrid, just for the month of January. We're seeing how it works. Pam, I will show it tomorrow. I just opened it. I'm sorry I didn't bring it in here. Pam sent me a box today of really cool stuff. I don't even want to say what it is. I'd rather just show it. Hey, Gemini girl. Yeah, that was really sweet, Pam. I love you. It's a lot of side-eye. I was hoping for some kind humanity after seeing what happened in Minneapolis today. What happened in Minneapolis today? Hey, Shell. I'll be honest with you guys. I was running errands today. I had to go to Target. I went to Costco and I went to Publix. And I haven't left the house. Oh, that's a lot. Did you know that you were going to be like, did you have any idea though? Did you know you were going to be this dainty? Did you know that you were going to be born in the manger with Christ? Did you know that the Lord said, let there be a frosted mini wheat with eyes before he said, let there be light? Did you know that you're in every single Bible study on Sundays? ICE murdered an American citizen and is lying about it and calling it self-defense despite it being on video. Wow, that's horrible. It's actually horrible how many people just get murdered in general, but that's absolutely terrible news. God, I'm sorry to hear that. Glad I don't watch the news. Hey, Sandy Kovacs. Kay Thompson, my dad passed away on Sunday. Wow, that's horrible. I have some alone time tonight. I choose to be with all of you. Love being here. It helps me feel warm and alive. Kay Thompson, everybody thoughts, warm wishes for Kay. I am so sorry to hear that. Stop it, babe. Stop. It's actually not that bad. Geez, that's some terrible news in Minneapolis, and that's terrible for Kay Thompson's loss of her father. I am so sorry, Kay. Especially around the holidays. That's terrible news, and I really am sorry to hear that. I'm thankful that you're here with us. You are loved here, you are supported here, and you're in good company. We've all experienced losses here, and it never gets easy, whether it be a family member, a human, a pet. I'm truly terribly sorry, my friend. Oh yeah, I was saying I haven't been anywhere since before I left for Ecuador, and that was around the holidays. Guys, I don't know if you, hold on, I have to sneeze. Pardon me. I don't know if you, what was I going to say? Oh, I don't know if you've been out and about. I have not. Hey, Joanne Palmer, been out and about since before I left for Ecuador. And there is zero traffic, like Target, everything. Do I have to sneeze again? What's happening here? Ever since I got back, I have like all these allergies, probably because it's 75 degrees out. Target was empty today. It was beautiful. Costco, zero people. I had to get a new Costco card today. And I want to discuss that because I loved the girl that worked there. And we had a long chat whilst getting my new card prepared. Hold on, I can't tell. It seems like it's there. Oh yeah, look what I bought. Has anybody ever had these? I just made myself my first cup of it. Let me try it. Kestrel, happy birthday. Today is Kestrel's birthday, by the way. People are boycotting Target. Haven't they been doing that for like years? I don't know. Well, I'm telling you, then they must be boycotting Costco because that is tasty. I bought this because I'm trying to be more healthy. Has anybody ever had this? These were on sale at Costco today. It's supposed to have probiotics in it. It has, hey, Kevin Conklin. Are YouTube names changing again? Baby Lily Pad. Has anybody ever had these? It's supposed to have probiotics in it. And it actually tastes really good. It's super greens, fruits and vegetables, no sugar. I don't know, whatever. I was just trying to be healthy. I also bought some spinach today, which I love spinach. Hey, Liv's mom, Carol, I love her. Guys, do you like spinach? Just a side note. I haven't had much spinach lately because I will eat it and eat it. To me, there's a few things that I will not stop eating if you put in front of me. If I cook spinach with garlic in a pan with olive oil, I will not stop eating it. If I make a pan of, if I roast a pan of broccoli with everything bagel seasoning, salt and pepper, I like to do truffle salt. I cannot stop eating it. It's like candy. Oh, if I roast Brussels sprouts, it's over. Don't even try to eat one of them. I cannot stop eating it. Now, spinach is, what is the word that spinach is? It's something, and it can cause something with your kidneys. What is it? I haven't had spinach in a while because the last time I made spinach, I ate so much of it. I made like 5 pounds of it. And I just ate it and I ate it. Hey, Katie did it, and it's supposed to do something to your kidneys. Like it can be bad for your kidneys. And I hate Crafty Carrie, and I oxalates. That's it. It's an oxalate. And I've never had that problem until the last time I ate a bunch of spinach. Hey, Wanda. And I'm scared to make it, but I'm trying to truly be more mindful of what I eat. Don't be judging me over these things. Okay. It's just that time of year. There's a few things we're going to be more mindful of, that we're going to be paying attention to as this year rolls on with us. By the way, though, this really is good. These are, I think it's like a 40 or 50 pack right now at Costco for $25. They're usually like $35. It was like $8 or $9 off. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, West Coast Fancy, Nancy. Oh, Rachel, Sandy, you put spinach in your smoothies. I put kale in my smoothies. Just so you know, I do kale in the smoothies. I think kale is supposed to be like more of a superfood. I love spinach salad, spinach with sliced chicken or beef, blueberries. Ooh, you lost me. I can't do salad. Good for you, Sophia. I can't do salad with fruit in it. It freaks me out. I love roasted kale, Shelly, but I'll put kale into a smoothie and I don't taste it because I put blueberries. My smoothies used to consist of chia seeds, blueberries, a whole bunch of kefir, just plain grass-fed kefir, blueberries, and then a bunch of kale. And it was delicious. These are very sugary, Wendy. There's no sugar in them. And of course, the ingredients are not on this, but I did look them up when I was at Costco today. I looked them up on Amazon, and they're not cheap on Amazon, and they had a million really good reviews. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it because you can always return them. I never return stuff to Costco, but I was like, if I don't like this, I'm going to take it back. It's delicious. I have to be honest. It's really good. It's very fruity tasting. I can't do it. I can't put fruit in my salad. Fruit is sugar. No kidding, Kestrel. Wow. Hey, RA1N Bops. Oh, it's Rika. Hey, Rika. Thank you, babe, and Happy New Year to you. Guys, we just have some things to talk about. We have some things that we need to cover. We have some things that we need to get out as well as we can without cussing and being upset with everybody, because that happens to me a lot lately. First of all, let's start with the positives. Okay. Let's start with the positives. So I went to Costco today. I had to get a new Costco card. I had to get my picture taken. And did I just say that with a Southern accent? Did that just come out? Did I just say I had to get my picture taken? Did I just Paula Deen that shit? I had to get my picture taken. Hey, Ron McNeil, somebody slapped me. Don't ever let me do that again. Look, I don't mind the accent, but I don't want it either. Like, I don't mind if you have it. I love talking to people who have it. I'm not going to do it. So strike that from the record. So mote it be. Liz Tricks, are you in here taking notes? Please strike that from the jury. Thank you, Wendy. That is so stricken. Thank you so much. I can't believe I just did that. I had to get my picture taken. I don't mind the accent, but it's not for me. I am a Midwest gal through and through. I'm not trying to adopt any accent unless it's something cool like Stella or like Lydia Krause's son, Lucas. I swam 25 meters, like something like that. Cool. Thank you. Got it stricken. It's removed from the record. Thank you so much, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Thank you, Liz Tricks, for removing that. So I talked to the coolest girl today at Costco, and one sentence, Susan Cook, are you healing? Struggling with this injury, but I'm thankful, slowly healing. I watch, but don't often feel like commenting. Don't feel like commenting, babe. You don't have to. Thank you for catching us up. Poor Susan Cook. She's the same as Catherine B. She lives under a leaf in a forest near all these like fairyland creatures. It's a woodland creature forest that Susan Cook lives in. And I've seen her in person. She's this tall. She's tiny. Like she jumped out of somebody's pocket when I first met her. And I was like, oh, hello. She goes by Polly Pocket in her forest creatures. She rides around on a fox. Like David the Gnome, that show. Hey, Renee B. No, Susan Cook is tiny and she's just little and dainty. And I'm sad for her. She had to have surgery. Susan, don't feel like you have to comment, but thank you for catching us up. And I'm glad that you're slowly healing. It's still better than not healing, right? So Susan, this is for you. So I go to Costco today. And I fell in love in a platonic way with this girl who helped me. She's fairy sized. Her name was Brooke, and I absolutely loved her. She was I just loved her energy. I would guess she said she had a 10-year-old brother, and I was like, something's not mathing here because she looked like she was like 35, 40. I don't know. Maybe that's possible. Maybe he's adopted. I don't know. Maybe her mom's just, floozying it around the block. I don't know. Hey, Lori Lee, no judgment. I've done it myself. I coped with men for a long time. Hey, Stacy Toms. So here nor there, neither nor. I'm talking with Brooke and we're just chatting it up. And we're just talking about life. And she's, doing her thing. She's like, you know how people do that while they talk to you? They're like, like you're at an airport and they're like, sure. Mm-hmm. Like Brooke was like typing away on this computer that I couldn't see what she was doing, but somehow she was multitasking, kind of like I do with the crowd. And she was just chatting it up with me. And she liked my purse, and she likes spaghetti. We talked about a lot of things, really deep things. But here's what happened, guys. Here's what happened. What did we say? Oh, I know what I said. Here's what kicked off the conversation. I said, Brooke, you've got to be glad that the holidays are over. Am I wrong? Like not having to deal with as many people? And she was like, yeah. She goes, actually, I am. She was like, it's a lot better now. Things have calmed down. I said, yeah, I just came from Target. There was like nobody there. It was so nice to like find a parking spot and not, have to fight with people and pull your piece out. You know what I mean? If you're that kind of person in New York or something, I don't know how people are. But here's the thing. Brooke said something to me and it was a simple sentence. And then we had about a 10-minute conversation about it. And then I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I said, I bet you're glad. And she goes, yeah, it really wasn't that bad. The holidays weren't that bad. She goes, there's so much more good than bad. And I thought, what a cool outlook. Honestly, truly, like she didn't give me the negative. Most people really go to the negative with almost anything, right? Drama sells, and talking about crap is always more interesting than not. Hey, Margie Barr. And she said to me, and it was such a simple thing. She goes, it really just wasn't that bad. She goes, you get the average like negative people who come in and they're just not, you can't satisfy them and they're always going to be negative. And I said, yeah, that's true. Trust me, I know. I was like, I have a job similar to yours, working customer service at Costco. It's the same thing working here, I'm dealing with everybody's complaints, lots of trolls. That's all I do all day. You don't know that, but that's what I'm doing. And, she says, you'll find what you're looking for. Guys, so many opinions, Wendy. You'll find what you're looking for. And I said, Brooke, shout it from the back, girl. I said, what did that mean to you? What does that mean to you, Brooke? And I never tell people that I have a channel. Never. I when people ask me what I do for a living, I always say I work for Google or I'm a dancer, right? Because I mean, with these, it's pretty obvious. Sometimes I'll say like, I don't know, do you watch pornography? I have an OnlyFans. Like I'd say everything except I have a channel. And sometimes I'll say like I'm a sex content creator. It just depends, but I never say that I have a YouTube channel. You know, it's that old chestnut. Everybody has one of those, right? I mean, oftentimes I will say like, you can come over to my OnlyFans and follow me, right? Like I am a sex creator on content. I create sex content. But today I wasn't going to do that to this poor girl, but she said, I said, hey, I don't ever tell people this, Brooke. And I was like, and don't say anything to anyone. But I said, I have a YouTube channel. And she goes, really? What about? And I said, oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sure myself. And she was like a hodgepodge. I said, that's exactly it. I don't know what it's about, to be honest. You'll have to tune in and make up your own mind. But she said, I said, I'm going to talk about this tonight with my people. And I said, can you please elaborate? Can you expound on the sentence that you dropped? Because it was pretty damn profound, right? And she goes, you'll find what you're looking for. She said, my grandmother always told me that. And I said, damn these grandmothers. How come I didn't get to know my grandmothers? Oh, yeah, I was in Scientology. I think these old ass people are full of so much wisdom, and I just wish I had known them better. Now, I did work in senior living, and I did get to catch up for it there. But the point is, so wise, Wendy. Her grandmother told her, you'll find what you're looking for. Now, I'm trying to find all kinds of pieces of wisdom to pluck off of trees like a cherry or a banana, perhaps an avocado, whatever you like. But just imagine these pieces of fruits, if you will, that we are just plucking off of trees. And we're just saving them and putting them in our pockets like Susan Cook or Catherine B. And we're just saving them for these little wisdom-filled fruits. No? I think so. I think we're on to something. And I think Brooke's grandmother is too. You'll find what you're looking for. Now, again, I said, Brooke, we have all kinds of time here, right? We're not in a hurry. It's not the holidays anymore. There is no line, right? You still have to take my picture. Vicki Andrews, where the hell have you been? And hey, Mimi. Absolutely, Wendy R. Wendy, I miss you in the chats. You're so engaging. So she says, here's what made me think about this. You'll find what you're looking for. She goes, if you're looking for negativity, if you're looking for trouble. Now, I realize, guys, we all know this. This isn't anything new. It's a simple concept, but let's talk about it. Let's break this shit down. She goes, if you're looking for trouble, if you're looking for negative, you'll find it. I agree with this. I did miss you. Damn you, Vicki Andrews. I think about you all the time going, fucking crazy. That's all she does. She just smokes cigarettes and gives all kinds of wisdom bombs. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for that as well. RA1 Bops. Yeah. Oh, Patty Cake. I love working with old people. I absolutely love it. So the way that really tuned into me was I told her, I said yesterday or the day before, I really don't remember, but I said, Brooke, I just traveled from another country. I said 17 hours. It was a 17 hours of travel time. I love that. That's what I say too, Vicki. I say that a lot. I'm like, I'm doing stuff, trying to do stuff. Hey, Abigail, you don't have to catch up. You're good. You're here now. Let's just start clear and free now. So I said, I just came home from 17 hours of travel, right? And she went, oh, wow. And you know what happened? Hey, Dawn Clark, I'm not going to lie about this. I'm serious. When I left at 2 a.m, when Miguel picked me up in Ecuador, that's my driver. Love Miguel. Such a sweet man. When Miguel picked me up, I was exhausted. I had gotten 3 hours of sleep. I knew that I was going to have this 6-hour layover. Like it's a 4-hour flight. People stink. People were burping their gut bacteria and bile into me. People were farting as if I walked straight into their rectums and slammed the door behind me. And just like, I was just like in braille. I was like trying to feel my way out of people's rectums. I was like in people's stomach fluid. And I was like, this is the worst thing. I mean, you get it. That's what travel is like. You know, I feel like the second I get onto an airplane, somebody snaps into a Slim Jim and a hard boiled egg. Like they open a container and it's like tuna, a Slim Jim, and a hard boiled egg. It's like, that's all you had? Like that's what you brought to share with a group of people on an airplane? Like, you know why you're not considerate of others? Because you're an asshole, right? Hey, Erica. Hey, Linda Garden Lady. So, it's Linda Garden Lady. It's the worst thing. There's like not a lot worse. There was one time that somebody wore a sweater that was worse and it ruined my life almost. It put things into jeopardy for me. I saw this sweater on this person and I absolutely would have rather been in someone's rectum, but otherwise I don't remember much worse. Okay. So here's the thing. I truly got into the car when Miguel picked me up and I was like, I'm going to choose to feel good about this. I'm going to choose to, and I'm not going to lie, I spoke with the Lord before I left. I looked out at the ocean, I looked at the moon, you know, I made peace with my life. I put all my wishes into the waves, all of that stuff, what you're supposed to do. And West Coast Fancy Nancy. And I said, I'm going to be positive about this flight, this 17 hours. You will get there. You're grateful for all the things you have. Hey, Holly, both of my eyeballs work. I'm not sick. I'm not dying. My family is safe. My animals are safe. Like, I truly was trying to, like, I was like, this is going to suck. It's going to suck. I am not your best candidate, I would say, for air travel. I'm not really a candidate for travel. And you don't really want me on a road trip either, to be honest with you. I think I tend to complain more than I realized, and just pretty much nothing makes me happy. So I'm not the best person to travel with. So I was like, this is going to suck. Like, let's accept it. Like, just stop trying to reject it. Let's accept it. Let's breathe it all in. Breathe in the Slim Jims. Take in the egg farts. Breathe out the malaria and the syphilis. Hey, honey Lou, take it all in. You know, you're going to sit on a lot of toilet seats that have been pissed on for all those damn women who like to hover, right? You're going to soak your thut, which is when the thigh merges in with the butt. When you're a chubby person like me, the thigh grows into the butt and you no longer have anything. It's just a thut. So like my thuts were covered in other people's piss. And I just thought, it's going to happen and it's going to be there for you. There's going to be piss on seats. You're going to contract syphilis, probably like in a sandwich somewhere. It's going to be a fucking nightmare for 17 hours. The only thing that I thought of that was hilarious, I forgot to mention this about flying yesterday. Wait till people fall asleep on airplanes. It is the funniest shit. I honestly should have recorded it. I don't know if that's legal, but do you ever watch people sleeping whilst traveling? Well, thanks, Jay Birdie. What a cute name. I've never seen you before. Welcome in. Do you ever watch people sleep? It's embarrassing. That's just a reason alone to get one of the neck pillows I got. Spend the $20, people. You'll be glad. If you don't have a neck pillow and you're on an airplane, you look awful. You are the worst. Like, people, do you ever notice that their chins disappear? Chins are gone. Hey, Becky USA. The chin somehow like jumps off, like my rotator cuff did when I lost it on the plane. Chins are gone. Like, people are like, do you ever watch people sleep? Oh, it's so gross. Toilets are so gross. Do you ever watch people sleep and they're like, they look like those tortoises at the Galapagos Islands that are like 700 years old. It's so weird to watch people sleep in the wild on an airplane. They're either like this. Like, what happened to your chin? Where did your chin go? Are the neck pillows beneficial, Starlina? You better believe it. You better bet your ass. I broke my damn neck on the last flight home from Ecuador, literally. Like I kept falling asleep. And then eventually I woke up and I realized getting my luggage that I was like walking like this. And someone had to be like, hey, I think your spine is back there with your shirt that you left. Like I could not move. Do you guys remember I had to go to the doctor? I had to get freaking muscle relaxers. Now I still haven't taken one. I'm too scared. I'm still a Scientologist about pills, but I had to get muscle. It was effed up. No, so I got a neck pillow. Well, it also saves you from looking like a creeper. Watch people sleep in the wild on airplanes. So people either do this and their chin like droops and falls off, it like falls down into their cleavage, or they sleep with their mouths open, which is so awkward. People are like, that is so embarrassing. Muscle relaxers will give you the best sleep of your fucking life. Are you serious? Oh, that's amazing. I'm taking one tonight. Yeah, it's so embarrassing. People who like sleep on their side and they're like, it's so awful. I can't think of anything worse. You will like the muscle relaxer? Hey, Go the Greek. No way. Okay, well, I was scared to take him. He gave me 30 of them. Flexerils, I think is what it is. Yeah, I didn't get the neck pillow, Fancy Nancy, that just everybody wears. Like you just put it around your neck and there's like a gap right here. I ordered one, the nodding head. Yes, the head that's like people who just like it's so embarrassing to hey, Jessamine. I got one that wraps around your head, but it came with elastic. They look like a corpse, Lady O. Yeah, they literally look like the living dead. Looks like a mausoleum. Oh, I'll have to try my Flexerals then. Maybe I can catch a habit. That sounds cool. Mine wraps around my head and what's the word? Oh, it has Velcro and it snaps. I can't imagine what I look like in this thing. As a matter of fact, hey, Hyperfixator, I literally put it around my head and I was like, don't look. I was going to use my phone camera to look. I couldn't do it. I was like, this is probably so awful looking, but I have to look better than that creeper who's like people look dead. I've seen dead people. I dated a funeral director once. I've seen dead people. Hey, just Joan. Not like the kid from the Bruce Willis movie, but like I've seen real dead people that are no longer alive. They look dead. People on the plane look like they died. I'm just saying, save yourself the embarrassment and get your ass a neck pillow because at least you're just kind of rolled into the pillow. You can nestle in just softly and just kind of you can close your mouth and rest into the pillow. There's nothing worse than someone who's like, that's really awful. I don't know what's worse. The person who loses their chin and they're like, or the one who's rocked all the way back and they're like, it's so embarrassing. I'm like, I really wanted to snap a bunch of pictures. Anyway, back to Costco. Sorry, forgot what I was saying. Tends to happen to us, doesn't it? We were at Costco. Well, I was at Costco because I do everything alone. I was at Costco and I was talking to Brooke, and Brooke said that her grandmother said, you'll find what you're looking for. So then I said to her, I just did this 17-hour shit. It was literally like being in labor. I mean, I don't know. It might not be the same thing, but it was similar, right? Lot of pain. And I shit myself. Well, not myself, but I had to go into a bathroom. You dated a funeral director. We may need more stories. You know, I've never talked about him, Sophia. Hey, Miss Sassafras. I did. I dated a funeral director. That was crazy. That was really wild. And saw a lot of things. Dating him was the same time that 6 Feet Under came out. I don't know if it came out at the same time, but it was out during the time I was dating him, and we would watch it together. I loved 6 Feet Under. I'm sure some of you have seen that show on HBO. I loved 6 Feet Under. Sometimes I go back and Kestrel, I'll go back and watch reruns of it. That was such a good show. And it was crazy because he would say, like, yeah, it's very similar. And I watched him embalm before. It was kind of wild. It was such a good show, Angie Mo. It was such a good show. A tough show to watch, though, quite honestly. Like the last episode, the end finale of that show, I still will go to YouTube and just watch like the last 5 minutes of that scene. We've talked about that. My favorite character, I think, on that, I don't know. I loved David, but I also loved Nate, but I also loved Keith. I loved David and Keith, their marriage. That's crazy. Michael C. Hall's mom was my guidance counselor in school. That's amazing. I loved David and Keith. I loved them as a couple, but I also loved Nate. I don't know. I also loved Ruth and Claire and George. It was so sad at the end though of that show, but I thought it was so well done how they played it out, how they showed how everybody died. And oh, it was the best finale of all time. RSM West Coast. And I told you this. I always think about it. Do you remember the right when it was getting? Do you remember when the Sia song starts playing? That's such a good song. When Claire gets into her Prius and she puts it in drive. It's right after she says goodbye to everybody and she's getting ready to drive to New York. I've talked about this before. Hey, JoJo. And she gets into her car. No, wait, she's not in her car yet. She's about to get in her car and she hugs everybody and she gets her camera out to take a picture and Nate is dead. Do you remember Nate? Her brother had passed away, but he talks to her like he's still alive. And he says to her, and I this has resonated with me my whole life. He says, she goes, let me take a picture. And she's like crying. And he like whispers next to her ear and he goes, you can't take a picture of this. It's already gone. And I don't know why, but those words have always sat with me. It was so deep to me that he said that to her. And then it shows him, she gets in her car. Oh my God, Gemini girl, me too. She gets in her car, she puts it in drive, and she starts to drive away. And she looks in the rear view mirror, the side mirror, not the rear view. What's the side mirror? I don't know. She looks in that side mirror, and Nate is running toward her car, and it shows him just fade out. And I always think of that scene as my father. I don't know why, but I always think of that scene as my dad. Um, Speaking of my dad, that just made me think of something. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me see if I can remember it. Damn, I can't remember it. It was before I went to oh, thanks, Shelly. It was before I went to Ecuador. We did a stream that my therapist talked to me about. And if you remember, my therapist said, I'm going to pull up the notes. Boy, we're all over the place on this stream. We'll come back to what's real. Just hold on. Because this was good. Do you guys remember this? Where are my notes? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Do you guys remember what my therapist said about the black box? He said, it's like your dad had a black box that he put the love in. And he said, you've been searching forever trying to find out what's in it. But ultimately, your dad is the only one who knows what's in it. And he said, you fabricate that love elsewhere, but it's his love that you keep searching for. And I thought that was such an interesting thought. Thanks, Joan. And then I went to Ecuador and I had the craziest dream the first night I was there. And my dad was in the dream. And it was there was something that I kept looking for, but it was like a physical box that he had. And I was like chasing him, looking for it. I remember waking up talking to Tommy about it. And I was like, this was so crazy. Yeah. Wendy R., that was so crazy. It's like your dad had a black box he put all of his love into, and you've been searching forever trying to find what's in it. But ultimately, your dad is the only one who knows what's in it. You can fabricate that love elsewhere, but it's his love that you keep searching for. I love that. I do, Linda. I love my therapist. I absolutely love that. But then I had a dream about it. That was wild. But that part in 6 Feet Under where Nate says, you can't take a picture of this. It's already gone. Hey, Kim is blue. I've missed you, babe. It's so, I don't know. That's one of those sentences, that scene right there. It is, Wendy. That scene right there of that particular show, there's certain sentences that people say, like famous, if it's in a movie or something, Some things are black and white. Some things are absolute. Like it's kind of hard to determine any other outcome than what it is. That, yeah, Abigail, I agree. That sentence, you can't, when he says you can't take a picture of this, it's already gone. To me, that is up for total interpretation. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Some things are not up for interpretation. It does, Wendy. It sticks with you forever. But saying you can't take a picture of this, it's already gone, that could mean so many things to so many different people. In my opinion, I could be wrong about that, but I've always found that to be extremely mysterious. What does that mean exactly? And it's sad. Whatever it means to me, it's got a very sad undertone. You can't take a picture of this, it's already gone. I think that's sad. I think it means like you have to live exactly in the moment. So that's what, okay, so let's go back to what we started on. Because this really meant a lot to me. And I've been thinking about it ever since I left Costco. Yeah, Wendy. When her grandmother apparently said to Brooke, oh, Pam, that's so nice. I love when you guys gift memberships. Pam, thank you. She gifted 10 memberships. Pam, that is so nice of you, babe. Thank you very much, Pam. That was really, really kind. Stick with me on this, guys, because it really is meaningful to me. You'll find what you're looking for. And so Brooke gave me the example of over the holidays, you have people, right, who just are not able to be satisfied. They're going to return shit. They're going to be rude. You see people who just leave bad reviews on every website. Restaurants, doctors, any kind of an experience. People are like, I want to talk to your manager. I want to make sure and leave a mark on this that you were awful. Who told me today? Who was I talking to? I won't say her name. I had to return something to TJ Maxx and I went in to return it. And this is the sweetest woman. And it's not Patty. You guys know who Patty is. Patty was actually off today. Thank you, Pam. I said the same thing to her. I did my return and I was in and out. I had to go to Target and TJ Maxx is next door. So I did my return. I love you, Joel Sachs. That is so nice. And I'm glad you're still here. I thought maybe you went to bed. Thank you, Joel Sachs. That is so kind. I said the same thing to her. I said, is Patty here today? And she said, no, she's off. And I said, well, I bet you're glad that the holidays are over. And she said, oh, Lord, yes. And she said that she's worked at TJ Maxx for a very long time, over a decade. Okay. And she said she helped a woman. She said the holidays were rough this year and people were really rude. And I said, I'm really sorry to hear that. And she said she helped a woman that got so angry with her that she called corporate. She called TJ Maxx corporate. Because you want to know why? This is our typical hater right here. These are typical trolls. These are like YouTube trolls. She called TJ Maxx corporate. She also went and got a manager at TJ Maxx. Now, this woman's probably 65 years old, tiny, sweet, hey, Kathy Burkhart, very, what's the word? Not meek, but like introverted, like not loud, very sweet, like would not step on your toes. Just a very sweet woman, right? Like she just had a very kind energy. She called TJ Maxx corporate and she got a manager at TJ Maxx. You want to know why? Because she was offended that this woman who worked there, this employee, kept calling her ma'am. No joke. Called her ma'am. And she was offended by ma'am. And she said it's a very outdated thing to say to a woman. And she was offended by it. So she took the time, this walking piece of shit, took the time to go get a manager and call TJ Maxx corporate. Took the time, guys, took the time. Who has that kind of time? I'm not sure. I could name a few trolls. Took the time to complain about being called ma'am. Okay. So it's insane. Instead of miss, I don't know, Kestrel, first world problems for sure. West Coast Fancy Nancy. And it's a great point though, back to you'll find what you're looking for. If you're looking for bullshit, you're gonna find it, right? Over a word, Linda. Yep. If you're looking for the negative, if you're looking for gossip, if you're looking for those things, 'tis all around you. But if you I'm not fond of being mammed, but you cringe internally and move on. I mean, I don't get triggered over fucking words. But yeah, I mean, ma'am, it's not my favorite, but I also am not going to spend much time thinking about that at all. Like there's real shit going on in the world, right? Like there's real problems. If you woke up and opened your eyes and no one's dead and you still have a way of making income or seeing your family or having animals or your freedom, like I just kind of feel like there's other things to be concerned about than the word ma'am. To call corporate over is unbelievable. Like that's just absolutely crazy. Yeah, I say ma'am all the time. I say ma'am all the time. I always say yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. I almost and that's not a southern thing for me. I've always been that way. Ma'am and sir have always been a thing for me. Um, if you're looking for it, it's there for you. But I also think about there was a quote, me too, Joel. There was a quote. I read it a long time ago, but Mr. Rogers said this. Hey, Marissa Martin, but his mother, I think, if this is by memory, so I could be wrong. His mother always told him when times are tough, if there's a catastrophe or anything going on, look for the helpers. There's always the helpers. So it offsets what I'm saying. Hey, blessed Gloria, happy New Year to you, babe. Uh, if you're looking for bullshit, Nancy, if you're looking for the bullshit, you're gonna find like-minded people to do that with you. I don't put up with gossipy people. I don't listen to what people tell me just because, they heard so and so did this and that and all that. I want to know for myself. And if you come to me and say, this, don't go near that person because she's a mess and a train wreck, that's going to make me want to go to her even more. And it makes me question you. So I loved what Brooke's grandmother told us today. You will find, Viggy Cat, you will find what you're looking for. Yeah, Java Girl, I kind of agree with that. She says, I'd much rather be called ma'am than honey or sweetie. I don't love honey and sweetie. I don't love sweetheart. I don't love that either. Hey, Cat. But I honestly don't care either. Like, I'm not going to spend more than 2 seconds on it. Jennifer Menton, don't let unimportant people be important. Right. Exactly. And don't worry about people who are going to hell. Really doesn't matter. It makes no difference. Somebody said something on a reel that I heard the other day. In 100 years from now, 8 billion people are going to be dead. Did anybody ever think of that? When you zoom out that far and look at reality that way, in 100 years, 8 million people will be dead. When you look at it like that, in terms of those facts of life, who, and I mean who, gives a holy shit about being called ma'am, sweetie, honey, sweetheart, darling? Who cares? Like, are you going to be able to move on with your day? Honestly, it's unbelievable to me, the shit that triggers people. Perhaps you should just go home and get everything delivered to you and left at your front door. Cause I don't think most people are trying to be condescending when they say things like that. It's crazy how mad people get over something like that. At least you're not being called a bad word. Katie did it. I don't take offense. I mean, I don't love it, but it's not coming out of my mouth. Who cares? Right? It's like my friend's boyfriend that I don't like. She has no idea because it's not my place. It's not my relationship. What do I care? I don't care. It's not coming out of my mouth. Are you seriously going to get offended by ma'am, by honey in the grand scheme of things? So back to what Brooke said to me at Costco today. You'll find what you're looking for. It's as simple as that. Your attitude, yeah, it's people are being respectful and polite. You can't control what words people use or where they're from. It's also a culture thing. This is the South. People say, honey, sweetie, let me get that for you, sweetheart. I don't love it, but I also spend zero time thinking about it. I move on with my day. For you to take the time to ask for a manager and call corporate over being called ma'am, you're an awful piece of shit. It's not like this employee had bad intentions to this customer. Depending on what we entered the workforce. Yeah, well, and it also depends on, like, again, everybody talks differently based on where they're from, right? Like, what's a Midwest? There's a Midwest word. Ope. Apparently, that's a Midwest thing. East Coast, West Coast people don't do it. It's a word that we use in the Midwest. When you bump into somebody, if you're trying to let someone go ahead of you, if you're in the way, you go, "Ope, I'm sorry. Ope, let me get that for you." Ope, OPE. Not everybody says it. I say it because I was born in the Midwest. It's a cultural thing. Like, yeah, absolutely, Diana H. Like, I don't get why you'd be triggered over a word based on how they were raised, where they came from. Yeah, it's like oops. They say ope. Hey, time arc. It's just such a waste of time. But here's the thing. You choose what you want to spend your time on. And like we talked about yesterday, before I'm protecting my peace these days, I'm protecting my energy. And I mean, that's crazy. I didn't know they say that in the UK. Hey, boomerang back. How does corporate even respond to that? Quit it with the pleasantries? It's just kind of more, it speaks so deeply to somebody's character. Now I'm getting serious and I'm kind of upset. This speaks so deeply to your character. How do you sleep at night? Like, how do you go home to your fucking family and feel good about yourself that you took the time? Like, I want to cancel my Verizon because they effed me over so bad in Ecuador. I don't want to take the time to do it. I do not want to sit on hold and then have to listen to them be like, what can we do to fix this? Like, I don't want to yell at anybody. I don't want to do it. I just don't even want to jump through the hoops. It takes forever to get a hold of Verizon. I don't even want to do it. You took the time to get a manager and call corporate because a woman kept calling you ma'am. What kind of a ruthless, worthless shit are you? This reminds me so much of YouTube. It reminds me so much of people who, like, that's what you do with your time. Your limited amount of time on planet Earth. You're going to, hey, baby steps. You're going to take a stranger that was kind to you that you don't even know and try to get them fired from their job. Like, it's, I don't know, Joel, but it's so weird. It's like, it makes me think of all the YouTubers out there that, like, attack me and put me in their thumbnails and shit that I don't even know these people. Or some of them I know and I've never had a beef with. It's like, this is what you choose to put your effort into. I am protecting my energy. I don't have time for that shit. I have way too much. Some people chase offense. And you know what someone said to me the other day and it really stuck with me? I think I made a note of it. How did she word it? I loved this. I wish I could name her. She's a close friend of mine. I got to blow my nose. This is a deep one, guys. Hey, Lena, it's a control thing. She gets a high from it. Well, I hope that she chokes on it because she's a piece of shit. Thank you for your membership there, babe. Hold on. I hope she gets so high she chokes. Some people, guys, this is a big one. This really, you can go to a new care, start an account with them, and they can deal with price. That's a great idea, Stacy Toms. Kat, it was at TJ Maxx today. Okay, so guys, this is another big one for me that I am so careful now who I speak to anymore. You have no idea. I will not open up to anyone. I'm never going to open myself up again. I probably won't. I don't want to. I don't. Wow. What's this now? Candy Canes, Whips, and Chains. What a fun name. Reese, hi everyone. Longtime lurker here with so much love for Reese and Tommy as individuals and a couple in your beautiful, welcoming communities. Well, holy shit. Nothing makes me happier than when a lurker comes in and says some shit like this. Thank you. Plus, you have a fun name. That is so kind. And I hope that you'll jump into the chat every once in a while so we know you're around. What a baby angel. Guys, this is mind boggling. Okay? Listen up. Everybody listening, I need you to pay attention. A friend said this to me the other day, and link this up with this bitch from TJ Maxx, okay? Some people only can connect through conflict. That solves all your problems right there. Think of all the assholes on YouTube. Think of all the assholes in your life. Think of all the assholes at TJ Maxx. Some people thrive on drama, of course, but some people thrive on and connect only through conflict and drama. And I'm over it. I don't want to know them. I hope they choke on their own bullshit. I am so sick of it. I'm ready to call it out. It makes a lot of sense. Wendy, conflict and hate, they only can connect through that. You know how we've talked about what Mel Robbins said? You have to meet people where they're at. And I still sometimes, I know, Erica, I still sometimes fail at this. I expect someone to be here and they're down here. And you get kind of pissed. I hope you do, Candy Canes, Whips, and Chains. You're a little angel. I get kind of pissed when I have to lower down to where they are. But you're not going to bring them up to here. You're not going to change it. You have to meet people where they're at. And sometimes people are in a state of gossip, meddlers. And here's the other thing. I'm getting a little fired up. I can't give you the exact situation. I cannot tell you why. I said I wouldn't, but God, I'd love to tackle this issue here on YouTube. But I won't for now. I'll just keep my damn mouth shut and take a bite of the shit sandwich. I'm trying to think how I want to word this. This is what I'll say, and I've said it before on this channel, and I love it, and I can't take credit for it. I saw it on a meme, but I love it so much. I will. I'll talk about it on the Zoom probably. Guys, the most important thing that I have learned, probably not most, I don't want to say it's the most important. It's in the top 3 of most important things that I have learned that I can't stop thinking about. And this applies to your family as well. Friends, family, coworkers, associates, anybody. The guy at the Taco Bell drive-thru, I don't give a shit where you live your life, okay? Know the difference. And until I learn to be acutely aware of this difference, I'm not going to accept new people into my life. Know the difference between who is in your corner and who is in your business. If I had one piece of advice to give to anybody, that would be it. If I had one piece of advice to give to my younger self, that would be it. I am way too trusting. I am way too naive. I believe what people tell me all the time. I never doubt people. I'm never like, come on. Nope. I typically believe people, and it is a huge, massive downfall for me. And I find that I forget who's watching. You know, I always think, and this is naive of me, it's stupid. And I have to remind myself, not all 200 people watching right now like me. They're not even pretending to like me. And Time Mark, I wish there was. There may be. I just don't know, Time Mark. If there's a book you can read to understand the difference. Here's in your corner, Tax. Liz Tricks, I love you. And I believe that 100%. I believe that you are in my corner. I feel like I could tell you anything. I have told you things that only you know. Thank you for your super chat. I do trust you. I've also seen and met Liz in person, what, 4 times? 3 times? I know Liz. Um, but guys, that is a deep thank you for your super chat, Liz. That is a deep oh, Wendy, do you know how many people out there are snakes who pretend to be? And this is why I say this doesn't limit to YouTube. This isn't just for trolls. This is family. This applies to your family, distant family, relatives, people you hardly talk to, people who are married to people in your family. This applies. This makes waves. Has a ripple effect because people often, I have found, old Charlie, yes, sir. I have found, and maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Hey, Lenora Gray, people just want to know the gossip. People just want to know your business. They don't give a shit about your well being. They don't want to know how you're doing if you're doing well. They just want the juicy details of the drama, right? And again, the title of this stream, right? You'll find what you're looking for. And I smell it so much faster and I feel it so much quicker now than I did in the past. And I am not taking it laying down. I am confronting every mother effer who comes at me pretending to be in my corner. Every single one of them. I can't share the details, but it happened today. And I just said, I was like, "Oh, that's not happening." And they're like, tell nothing to no one. Andre, yes. Such good advice, especially if you've been raised in high demand situations. Sometimes people just want to talk about you and it's hard and it's so hard to learn. You have to know the difference. Thank you, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Thank you, Holly. It happened today and I really wish I could talk about it, but I can't. So what is it about Liz that makes you believe she is in your corner? Find people like her. I couldn't tell you what it is about Liz other than it's people. So it's a good question. Energy. And here's the other thing I find that we do, especially as women. I don't know if men do it as much. We suppress our initial feelings about shit. Right? So think of a time, each person do this right now, where you trusted something and it stabbed you in the back or it went wrong. So once you find and spot what it is we're talking about, whoever it is, now go back to the second. I'm not trying to audit you guys, but go back to the second you met them or the first 6 months or whatever it is. Did you ever feel any red flags that you ignored? Every mother effer who burned me in 2025, hey, Susie CJ, I thought about it and I was like, oh, this is bad. This isn't good. Like, I don't think I should be talking to this person, but I kept it up and it turned into shit. So for me to answer that about Liz, I've never had a bad feeling about Liz. I've never had that gut reaction of like, I shouldn't have shared that with her. I've walked away from Liz every time I've seen her and I've shared deep things with her in person, sitting across from her at a lunch table. And I've really delved into things and I've opened up. I've never walked away. Hey, Tiffany, going, ooh, I shouldn't have probably told her that. So for me, it's a feeling. Baby steps is one of them too. It's a feeling. Armine is one of them. There's actually quite a few people in here. Robin Miners for sure. Debbie Zito, Meredith Land, Pam, Yorkie Mom. There's a lot of people in here that I feel it probably helps on the Zoom call, but there are just certain people. I could actually keep going. I could name a lot of you. Obviously, my mods, of course. My mods know more about anything than anybody, but I get those pump the brake feelings on people and then I just hit the fucking gas pedal with them. We have got to stop doing that. If you feel happy birthday, Tiffany, if you feel a red flag, trust the red flag. Stop painting it green. Robin W is one of them. Stop painting that red flag green. Abigail's one of them too. I absolutely continue to do that in my life. And I do it because what'll happen is I'll meet a person and I'll go, "Oh, no." I'll sell myself on the idea. I'm like, "No, my parents love them. No, they're friends with Armene. Oh, they have to be good. They're friends with everybody else. They stream with this person." I sell myself. I go past whatever gave me the feeling of hit the brakes and I'll accelerate. Instead, I'll talk myself out of it. I have been right 100 out of 100 times about people, but I just wait till we get into an accident, right? Like I just go full speed, full throttle until we hit a brick wall. And then I look back and I go, I knew it. I just didn't do anything about it. So, in so many ways, those people that burned me, it's my fault, not theirs. I don't even blame them for it. It's my fault for going, hey, Brenda, for going anyway. You gave me reasons not to trust you, and I sailed right through those red flags. That's on me. That's not even on the person. Baby steps tends to be trusting. I don't understand why people are mean and evil. So it isn't my first thought in my interactions. It can be so upsetting, but I would rather be the way I am like them. I just have to be wiser. I feel the same way. And I think it's something we all have to work on. And baby steps, thank you for being a member. And I'm just glad you're here. Peace is my new pattern. Protect that energy though, because that gut feeling is an energy. It's a gift. When you think about it, it's an absolute gift. I have very good, and hey, Wilford Harry, I never will say I have good anything. I don't have high self esteem. I'm not impressed by anything about myself. But I will say, just now that I've lived long enough, I have really good intuition. I do. I usually will say, I don't trust that person. I can't tell you how many times I've done that to Jeff when I was married to him and Tommy. Somebody would come into like Jeff's business or something, and I'd be like, there's something I don't like. And Jeff would go, well, you'll have to be more specific. And I would go, I can't give you specifics right now. I just get a really bad read on them. Every time I was right. It probably happened 5 times. Every time he got burned and I was right. Same with Tommy. Tommy's a content creator, but I have said to him, like people who reach out to him behind the scenes and try to get close and they get weird and they send him money or they send him long emails and they're like, hey, I just wanted to give you this $20 and I just wanted to tell you that, and they love bomb him. He'll tell me about it. And I'm like, it doesn't feel right. I don't like it. And every single time I've been right about it. And that goes with me too. I will get emails from people and they'll send me $20 on Venmo or something. And I'm like, thank you for the gift, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't, people, I've got to stop being so trusting. It's a weird, I don't know if it's a female thing. I hate love bombing. Me too, Vicky Cat. I don't know if it's trust is earned, not given. So true. It feels like a female thing for me because I've talked to so many women about this. Let me ask you girls something. Were we all raised? I feel like women are raised to be more quiet and like don't voice your feelings about shit or something. Like, I don't know what it is, but for instance, I'll tell you, Joanne, I had 2 friends over 10 years. When I got divorced, they turned on me and stabbed me. Oh my God, I hate them already. I'm so sorry that happened to you, Joanne. You're an angel. I know Joanne. I trust Joanne very much. I really, really love her. Thank you for your super chat. And I'm sorry that happened to you. I hope it never fucking happens to you again. When I got confronted today on something, and I can't share the details. I don't even want to get too into it. My daughter has great intuition. She is good at following her gut with people. I actually would like to be more like her. She looks that way. You've shown me her picture. She looks like a very smart girl. I know she is a smart girl. I think we all have that gift, baby steps, to be honest. We just have to sharpen our skills at it. We have to fine tune it. But I believe that women actually are very blessed with very in tune intuition. I do. And thank you for your super chat. I love that about your daughter. And that's something, if I had a daughter, I would be over the moon if she had good intuition. That's a gift. Ignore your gut. I'll tell you if you need to worry about someone. That was the party line in my house growing up. Pam, you're really good at your intuition is very spot on. I had a friend for years until I stood up and wouldn't be part of the gossip. Yeah, Tammy and Baby Steps, thank you for your super chat. So something happened today and I got confronted on something. It was actually about my channel, something that I said. And I have made massive strides. I just have to say that I am proud of myself today, and I am rarely proud of myself. But somebody said something to me, and it was this very casual thing, but it wasn't casual to me. And normally I would have been like, okay. Like I'm very much one to be like, okay. Like that's your feeling on it. That's cool. You're allowed to feel your feelings on. No, 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 no. You're not going to come at me with some gossip bullshit. Thank you, Robin. And I'm not going to not say anything anymore. And when I walked away from this person, I said, in 2026, I'm standing. Yes, Wendy, I'm standing up for myself. Nobody's going to say any shit anymore. Nobody's going to walk all over me. Nobody's going to light a little match and leave a little fire there. And I'm the one left going, trying to put it out. Fuck you. You know what you're doing. People know what they're. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to scare you, Ingrid. People know what the F they're doing. I'm sorry, but they do. I'm not even sorry, actually. I take that back. I'm not sorry. Why would I be sorry? Hey, Tony P. I'm a little fired up about it because it was a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Innocent. It came across as very innocent. Like, oh, I didn't know. You did know. And I'll tell you, hey, Penny Rogers, love you, babe. Thank you. Yeah, Kim is blue. We're going by Ingrid this month. It just goes back to this is an intuition thing. People know what they're doing, and call people on their bullshit, right? If any trolls come at me this year, we're gonna light that shit on fire. Because I'm tired of passive aggression. Now, I mean, if they're like an absolute nobody and it's like, one sentence or something, fine. But like, if there's a whole hate campaign this year, I'm going to take me and that person straight to hell. I'm not going to be walked all over anymore. I don't like it. It leaves a dirty ass feeling. And I get tired of piece of shit people who are ugly and dress horrible. I'm sick of it. You shouldn't get away with it. Like, you just shouldn't. So I'm not going to accept anymore. Like, Lady O, I love you. I'm just not going to accept that anymore. Like this slithery, surreptitious, snake-like twist in the back behavior. Fuck you. We're going to call you on your shit. I don't like that. And I'm sorry that I'm cussing so much tonight. Are we getting close to my period? Not really. Is today Tuesday? Is today Wednesday? I ovulated like a week ago. I mean, we're getting there. You should be proud of yourself. You have walked blindfolded through fire and found your way out. You are a valuable soul who just hasn't realized what their value to the world is. Just Joan, I appreciate that so much. I hope that to be true. Thank you, Lenora Gray. But she's right. I like also, hey, Charisse, I like the word soul. No, it's not my period yet. I like the word soul. If you have a dirty ass soul and you're just interested in starting shit and making waves and spreading lies, we're going to call that shit out. And exactly, Shelly. And I'm going to stand up for me and my people here. Like, you can fuck right off out of here with your bullshit. I do not put up with gossipy people anymore. And this makes me a little sad, this realization that I'm having, but I'm having a realization that people are so effing disingenuous and people are not who they say they are. They're not what they say they are. They don't stand for what they say they stand for. And they're fucking fakes. People are so phony. That's I mean, that's to be fair. That's a lot of social media, right? Like, let's put up like a picture of us where like we're so happy and there's perfection and there's nothing going on behind the scenes. Get out of here with that bullshit. Nobody is thriving as much as they want you to think they are, right? People, they're hypocrites. They're not doing as well as you. I mean, I hope for them that they do well, but people who try to sell you this commercial of their life and like how perfect it is, and don't look at me, look over there, and smoke and mirrors, and I'm perfect. Don't acknowledge haters, not worth the energy. People that are miserable want to. Well, here's the thing. Oh, that's good, Lenora. Penny Rogers is right. Don't acknowledge the haters. Look, we're not going to pick apart and dissect every hater. There's too many, and they like to spread way too much chaos bullshit. But like I said, it'll be a case by case basis, right? If somebody comes out with like this whole new hate campaign, which there seems to be one every so often, I'm going to eat them the fuck alive. I'm not going to put up with this shit anymore. I don't like it. I don't like and I'm really just going to do it for fun. Like, you can, it's not like I'm going to stomp out lies. There's no point in trying to even work on that. That's not what I mean. I'm just going to tear apart their character just as much. People are going to continue to put out lies. People are going to continue to gossip. You can't put those fires out. Let's face it, you can't. There's too many of them, and they like to run their stupid, ugly fucking mouths. That's not what I'm talking about. I just am going to have a little cat and mouse fun here. If people continue to, which I don't think anybody's really fucking with me right now. I mean, if I'm wrong, send me an email. But I try to catch every once in a while. I go check on my haters every once in a while. I love the people, by the way, who are like, I don't watch. I'm sure you don't. Everybody watches. This is what I mean. It's just like social media where people are like, I'm so perfect. Like, look at me in my life. Look at my perfect chiseled husband and my Louis Vuitton bag and our doodle poodle. And yes, I have one as well. I love people who try to put on a show. It's like a commercial for life. You're just as flawed and fucked up as the rest of us. Do not try to say, like, oh, I don't even look at it. I'm not watching it. People tell me about it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. We all do. Everybody does it. It's a natural reaction. Somebody said the other day, I was listening to a degree, I heard a doctor say this the other day. Everybody is narcissistic. I get tired of the word narcissist, narcissism, gaslighting. People do that shit. Don't get me wrong. It is rampant, right? But I liked what this female psychologist or psychiatrist said. She goes, everybody is narcissistic. It's in our human nature to look out for number one, to look out for, what's best for me. We always try. That's survival. Like, to be honest, that's how we were built, right? It's the same thing as far as like people who are trying to deny, like, they don't have any faults. Of course we do. He watches everyone closely. Old Testament, Abigail. That's good. That's really good. Susie CJ, women's intuition is real. I've learned to trust it. It can save you years of pain. I had regrets that I still haven't let go of. 2026 will be new. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with this. Thank you, Susie CJ, and thank you for being a member. I think women's intuition is a humongous gift. Not perfect, but I don't watch to hate. I get enough toxic behavior in the outside world. I don't need to hunt it down. No shit, Pam. You are so, so true about that. I mean, I don't watch it, but I check on my haters every once in a while. I'd say a few times a month. I go check and see what's brewing in that shit pot that they live in and smell in. I absolutely go make sure. And I know that my mods check for me. And I have people who reach out to me and they'll say, like, did you know? I just think you should know. Now, to be fair, I haven't had that in a while. Like, people have finally left me the fuck alone. The people that matter, of course, there's like always that like little guy, Gargamel from the Smurfs. No one gives a shit about that guy. He's a nobody. But like real people that matter, I don't think there's any shit brewing right now. If you think you're perfect, you'd better get an appointment with a psychiatrist because you are living in a Absolutely. Good for you. I would be scared of you too. After Scientology, I would think you could easily chew them anew. Brenda, I mean, I don't want to claim that, but Scientologists are absolutely trained to fair game and tear people's character apart. I'm not the best at it, but I will give it my all. Absolutely. Yeah. If I have to dedicate myself and nominate someone to take to hell with me, sure. Yes, absolutely. Now, yeah, Wendy, he's a fucking nobody. Dude sucks. Um, but to be honest, 2026 is not going to be a year of that. If I have to spend a little bit of time on it, we'll spend a little bit of time on it. But I actually have some pretty massive, large things that projects that I'm working on that I have been working on for over a year now. You guys just don't know about it. There's a few things in the works, and I kind of hinted at it. I can't hear you. What? Why? Can everybody else hear me? You're scaring me. Penny Rogers, I know. I want to go shopping. I'm working with some charities. Do I not? You can't hear me? What's going on? Help me. Okay, everybody else can. What? Okay, well, that was weird as shit. Well, now I'm panicking. I'm starting to sweat. Jesus. Now you guys hear me? Good Lord. Guys, this is my life. You can't just be dropping bombs like that on me. Sweet Jesus. Refresh your stream. Okay, you scared me. Okay. I mean, seriously, like I had a panic attack. Let me check my pulse. I'm sweating profusely. Here's to a fabulous 2026 to you and Huxley. I think you are a breath of fresh air. Keep doing you. Jennifer Minton, you're cute and I love your hair. Thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat and the well wishes, girl. Good Lord. That was kind. Jeez, you guys, you can't just have me in the middle of like a really deep ass life thought. Good Lord. I'm serious. I'm all flushed. You can't just have me in that wasn't just like we weren't just complaining about the airplane situation. Like I was in the middle of a deep ass life deep dive and everyone's like, you're gone, Reese, your face is distorted and there's no sound. Hey, Tammy from Canada. Sweet Lord. Can't just be dropping bombs like that, people. Thanks, Wendy. Well, now I have to hydrate. You scared the ever living out of me. Yeah. No, I have real shit that I'm going to be rolling out this year. I have some speaking engagements I'm really excited about. Working with some charities. Damn, Angel. I don't know why there was no sound. Wait a minute. Is there sound or is there not? Now you guys are messing around again. I can't deal with this. My boobs are starting to sweat. And I don't even have any tits. Paula McDonald says she can hear me. I guess I'll just stream to Paula McDonald tonight. Paula, it's just you and me, girl, and Angie Moe and West Coast Fancy Nancy. Susie CJ and Jamie Palmer. There's a handful of us. Okay, Angel. All right, sound is clear. Well, for those that are not, just read my lips. Okay. Well, now I don't know what I was saying, and I'm all scared and uncomfortable. I want to go crawl under a rock. There was a glitch. All right, fine. Well, now I don't know what I was saying. How can I turn off her sound? Kidding, you have tits. I've seen them. He's here all night, folks. He's here all night. I do have tits, but they're not, I have a lot of side boob. Remember how we were talking about there's so much side volume. Now, I'm in luck because Tommy's favorite kind of boob is side boob, which is odd. Like you wouldn't think a man would say that, but I got to be honest. I have a ton of side tit. Remember when I got fit at Nordstrom? Yeah, just last week. Remember when I got fit at Nordstrom and the lady who fit me looked like Adele? And she was like, you don't have tits in the main stage. She was like, your tits are on the side stage. They're off to the side. And I was like, excuse me, what was that? Hey, Linda Gillum. She was like, you know how Victoria's Secret models have like all kinds of volume? And I was like, you're not making this any better. Like you're really killing what self-esteem I had, which was zero. She was like, you don't have the Victoria's Secret model tits. She was like, yours go off to the side. And I was like, get out of here. Go get your manager. I want a manager and I want a supervisor. I need witnesses right now. Somebody's dreaming. Oh, that's sad. He's dreaming. That's Bobo. He sounds like a horse. Get your manager, ma'am. No, that's not Ingrid. That's our little horse, Bobo. Yeah, back to what was I saying? Liz set me on track. Liz, what'd you say? Things you are working on. Thank you, Liz. Yeah, I'm not, I want to be clear about that. I'm calling corporate. Get me the number right now. Get me your manager. I also want a supervisor. Get both. Do it now. God, what are you, Miranda Presley from fucking Devil Wears Prada? It's Bo. He sounds like a little horse. Poor Bo. I'm really pissed at him. He ate a package of Oreos today that was in my carry-on bag from Ecuador. My favorite Oreos are from Ecuador. You cannot taste a better Oreo. What? Restart it again. You can't hear me again? Thank you, babe. I'm sick of this shit. Can you guys hear me or not? I'm about to hit end stream. I don't have time for this. Somebody get me the manager to StreamYard now. Mods, I want you to call a supervisor at YouTube, please. Get him on the phone. Okay, Robin, thanks. No, speaking engagements, the sound went out. Yeah, you left 2 packages of Oreos left for me, and I put them in my carry-on, and I didn't eat them. Bo did. Okay, good. Sound is good. Because if it's not, I'm just going to end here. Like, I'm just done with it. I don't have that kind of time. All right, thanks. All right, we're going to move on with our life. Yeah, let me be clear. I'm not, Oreos could kill him, Reese. Chocolate is deadly. Of course they could. I knew that. Chocolate, mushrooms, onions, olives, grapes, all those things are deadly for dogs. He ate them about 8 hours ago. He's doing just fine. His shits are normal. And honestly, I don't think there's actual chocolate in Oreos. It's not like it was a bar of chocolate. I would have been more concerned, but Heather, the Oreos are better. Quit it, babe. Hey, Pat Jonas, the Oreos are better in Ecuador. Lay's potato chips are better. All those things are better because they can't use GMOs there. They don't use high fructose corn syrup. They don't use all those crazy dyes that cause cancer. I will, Joan. He's fine though. He's gotten into so much shit before. But things taste a little bit better there because they don't use those crappy ingredients. The Oreos are delicious there. Off, did you know there's a Devil Wears Prada musical? No, I will be seeing it in London in March. You're going to London? That's amazing, baby steps. Ooh, you'll have to tell me what it's like. Thank you for your super chat. I did not know that, but I love that movie. I could quote that whole movie. I'm not going to be stirring up trouble where we don't need to. Trust me, drama isn't my thing. I don't love it. I'm just saying, hey, Dark Lux, guys, I'm just pointing out. It's more the point I'm making. I don't really give a shit about trolls. They're ugly as shit. And again, they dress horribly. But it's okay, Joan. I'm glad that you care. He's going to have Oreo farts. More importantly, the point is this. We are going to be standing up for ourselves and not putting up with any bullshit is more the point. People, what the heck? Ingrid, why do you keep staring at your mom like that? Looking all cute. 9 o'clock, Jeff McDonald murder case. See everyone. Love you, babe. Love you too. And we'll look forward to that. You look good, Reese. I seen you on the Ecuador episode and you're fine. Thank you, Brenda. 2 loaves of farmer's market bread and loved every bite. Lady O, Bo eats the shit out of everything. Am I planning to move to Ecuador? It's going, oh. I did not love Ecuador during season. I am going to hopefully eventually move there. But here's the thing. I also didn't love the school. And being that I have a son in 10th grade, I may go back and forth for now, which is fine. I may just regularly go back and forth until Huxley finishes school. And here's the reason I say that. What's 1 week, babe? Oh, he's like, it's 1 week. Hear me out. I feel as his mother a little, I've thought this through. I feel a little bit like it's irresponsible of me to uproot him and put him, love you, Stacey Toms, put him in a totally different type of school system that flip flops to, like, for instance, they're in summer right now. Like Huxley would have to get used to going to school all summer, like it is here. Like his whole schedule would flip flop. I didn't love the school. I didn't love that it's mainly Spanish speaking. He'd have to learn like all of those things for him to just have to finish 2 more years of school feels to me a little bit irresponsible. So I'm taking a step. First of all, I'm not in a hurry to go. I can go visit all the time. I can fly there. It's not expensive to fly. Typically, not during season, but typically a plane ticket, a round trip ticket to Ecuador is between $700 and $800. Like it's not insane. It's not like it's $3,000. I can save up for it. You're a good mom. Either way, I'll back your decision and not complain. Damn it. Kidding. Well, babe, here's the thing. Thank you, Tracy Lace. Huxley is first and foremost, and I want to make sure, like I'm putting myself in his shoes. I can do my job anywhere. I can do this anywhere. And I do think it would be incredibly difficult to have 2 years of high school left, to uproot, have to move, adjust to a whole new type of schedule, different climate, and different language, and be the minority. Like, I don't know how easy it's going to be to make friends because I don't know if they're going to speak his language. I don't know if he's going to want to play sports there. So I'm kind of the mindset. Let him finish school. Yeah, absolutely, Joel Sachs. Let him finish school, and then he can make the decision, right, whether or not he would like to go with me to Ecuador. And I just think that's wise because here's the thing. I can go as often as I want. Yes, got to follow your mom instincts. Your mom got absolutely baby steps. And thank you for your super chat. I'm not saying that it's off the table. I'm just saying that there's no rush here. Like I don't have to be anywhere. It's not like I'm getting kicked out of my rental. None of that's happening. So I want to make sure it's the right decision for him because again, I can look back at so many things that I'm like, I wish my parents hadn't done that. I wish my mom hadn't done that. I wish my dad hadn't done that. I just want to make life easy for him, not harder. And in so many ways, but I did back this I not. I don't know what that means, babe. At this point, we're on second semester now of 10th grade. 10th grade is going to be over pretty soon and it's going to be summer, right? So he's going into 11th grade. I just don't know that it's the time to yank him out and move him. Just a delay. Exactly, baby steps. And thank you for your super chat. The reason I'm not panicked or freaked out about it is, guys, it is so easy for me to hop on a plane and go to Ecuador. It's not hard. When I flew there, it was 17 hours coming back. It was 9 hours going there. I literally hopped on a plane and I was there. Like I was there. It took no time at all. It was so fast. If you remember, I had a 30-minute layover in the Miami airport. I had to take a gondola. I had to take a hot air balloon and a train to get to my next gate. But I got there, by God. I was just saying we had discussed this and I was in agreement. Oh, totally, babe. I know that. You're very supportive. Reese, I agree with you. It's hard adjustment for a kid his age. I grew up overseas, went to an international school, and the older kids it was harder to adjust. Yeah. And I'm not trying to make his life harder. And I also don't want to be selfish, right? And go, well, I want to be there. So you're just going to have to come with me because you're a minor and I'm your mom. And no, I want this to be fair for everybody. I want him to want to enjoy himself and want to do it. And it's not that he doesn't. Huxley would go in a heartbeat. Huxley has always been amazing about that. He's always been like, whatever you think is right, mom. That kid, I'm trying to think of a time he's given me pushback. He doesn't. He's so easy to get along. If you don't get along with Huxley, I guarantee you're the problem. Like, he is so non-judgmental. Even as, you know what, one of my favorite things about him, what is during our summer, it's their winter, Florence, but it's not cold. It's 75 degrees. Uh, Even when Huxley, thank you, Joel Sachs, when Huxley was little, I remember when he was in kindergarten. You know what I noticed characteristic things about him? All the other kids, not really just Joan, all the other kids were stomping on bugs. I hate when people kill anything. I don't like it. And I remember Huxley trying to stop the kids from doing it. He would never kill a bug. Huxley has always had that kind of like, but why? Like, why would you do that? It's just a small example of like, he's just so loving. He has a big heart. He's easy. He's never given me problems. Even when he was a little boy, little boys tend to be like roughhousers and like, horseplay, and they get like hardcore. He's never been that way. His clothes were always clean. He always got up in the, like I didn't have to wake him up. I know I'm dragging this out now, but if you don't get along with Huxley, it's you. I promise. He is so easy to get along with. We totally support your decisions. Linda, I love you and thank you for that. Thank you for your super chat. Can't believe he'll be going into 11th grade. Exactly. And this year has gone by already so fast. This school year, baby steps. Thank you for your super chat, babe. He's been a little old man since he was born. No joke. I just want to make sure, I know, Yorkie mom, I want to make sure that I'm making his life easy and not harder. Like, I already uprooted Huxley from Kansas City and moved him here, and we don't like the school here. We're not fond of the school here. But then I feel like, yeah, Joel, he is. Then I feel like now we're going to uproot him and move him to another country when he's got 2 years left. And in those 2 years, I can fly back and forth. It's no big deal. I can even take stuff every time I go. Like, it's no big deal, right? The job will get accomplished either way. Very much like your Cooper, Debbie Zito. Yes, tender-hearted. He is very tender-hearted. I think Huxley will be, whatever he chooses to do, I think he'll be a great employee one day for someone, or maybe he'll be an entrepreneur. I think he will do great with the public. I think that he will hopefully have a partner one day and he'll be so good to that partner. I think he would be a great father, like whatever he chooses to do. But I really think like the cool thing about Huxley is he's got a very pure heart. I've never seen him be like evil intentioned. I've never seen him do anything where it was like, well, that was questionable. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. He's been a shit. He's been mouthy with me before, but it's very few and far between. He's so easy to get along with. His school year is way better than in 9th grade. Yeah, he likes this school more, Mama E. Erica, this is a different school than the one he went to last year, but and he said he does like this one more. And here, I think the reason why is because there's 11th and 12th graders, and the one that he went to last year was 9th grade only. And there's a little more like diversity, and he's just like enjoying the older kids. So I think that there's that too. He's made friends with some kids that drive and have their own cars. So I think there's a little more flow with a lot of other people. And yeah, having his grandparents around is good too, for sure. Yeah. My parents love having Huxley here. He's a great human, Wendy R. He really is. I never worry about Huxley's future. He would be a great therapist, Joel Sachs. I agree. I don't worry about his future at all. I really don't. He's easy to get along with. And I've told him time and time and time again since he was about 5, manners and how you treat people will always get you further in life than any kind of a degree, any kind of some prestigious accolade, any of that shit. Manners will always take you further. The way that you treat people, right, your character will always speak more than any kind of a job or any of that stuff. Thank you, Tiffany. I am. So what didn't convince you from the Ecuador school? Wendy, it was a few things. It was the schedule. I don't like their school schedule. I really don't like it does give me more time to save money and make decisions about my furniture, just Joan, for sure it does. I didn't like the fact that it's mainly Spanish speaking. There's not much English speaking to it, which I am all about. He and I both learning Spanish, but on our terms, right? Like on our at our speed. I don't want to thrust him into a school where it's like, you better learn Spanish, dude. Good luck. Like, no, that's going to put stress on his plate. It's going to make it harder for him, right? I don't want to make things harder. Life is going to be hard for him because life is hard for everybody. And while he's a kid, I just want to make it easy. It's my job right now to make things easier on him. I still want him to learn hard lessons, right? But like, it's not my job as his mom to make his life harder. Life is going to do that to him. And eventually I won't be able to protect him from it. And eventually he won't be a minor anymore. And eventually I just can't control it. And right now I can. For the most part, I can, right? I can help make those decisions to dodge and keep him from experiencing too much hard. Life's going to be fucking hard. Trust me, it's going to come at you and it's going to suck. Please read. Susie, I love you too. I've prayed for God to give you guidance on how to build this next chapter. I did it at 12 for 4 years. I survived. Was it hard? And would I recommend it? Doable, difficult as hell. Thank you, Susie. And I love you. Thank you for praying for me, by the way. That's very kind. I also have been praying a lot for guidance. And I actually made a note of this. This is, you know how I pray for peace? It's kind of my main prayer. Just pray for peace, pray for guidance. New life plan. Hey, oh my God, I've missed you. VBC, I love you, new life plan. You can do online schooling. Bethany, I didn't look into that. I don't know. You probably could. Baby steps, taking your time also takes the pressure off of you. That's the thing too. So praying for that is exactly what comes with that right there, baby steps. It takes the pressure off. And thank you for your super chat, but it takes I love you, babe. Be safe traveling. It takes the pressure off. I don't have to do anything. And that's a beautiful thing, right? I don't have to do anything. People can say whatever they want. They can be wrong about me. People can do whatever they're going to do. I don't have to move. I don't have to make a move. I don't mean physically move. I don't have to move any which way just because people are assholes or situations change. I don't have to, right? I still think you should at least fill out financial aid application for the web school. Nothing to lose. Okay. I don't know how to do that kind of stuff, but it would be interesting enough to look into. What was I just looking for? Oh, here it is. So you know how I said that I pray for peace? This is your choice, not an urgent measure for safety. Exactly. Hey, Marissa Martin again. It's just nothing needs to be a rush. Nothing needs to be a hot rush. And I'm going to be honest with you. When you make a decision in a hot rush, mistakes get made then. Mistakes get made. Do you know how glad I am I went to Ecuador right now during season? I didn't like it as much. Don't you think? Love you, Vicky Cat. Don't you think that was important for me to know? It's better than moving there and making the mistake of moving there and being like, oh, I hate it, right? I think it's important to really get your feet wet before you make any kind of rush, hot ass decisions. It's not a good idea. It never works out doing that, especially since he only has 2 years left. If it was younger grades, I would probably be okay, but I agree with you. Absolutely, Joanne Holly. That's how I'm looking at it. I so love the way you are talking tonight. Robin, I can see you right now doing this. I love Robin W. You have no idea how much I love her. Joanne, this is where I'm at with it too. What's the rush? First of all, 2 years flies. 2 years flies by. I feel like we just celebrated his 15th birthday. Now he's 16, right? Don't jump in the deep if you're not a strong swimmer. And I've been swimming in the deep my whole life. Like, take a step back, Tommy will be okay. My animals will do better for it. Huxley can graduate at his school that he's at, right? Like nothing's on fire. Like we have our blessings. I have my health. I have eyes. I make money. I can pay my bills. I'm not stuck in some horrible fucking marriage. Like everything's cool. Just chill. Take a step back, right? Exactly, Anna Banana. Um, exactly. I agree with that, just Joan, for sure. That's the cool thing about Ecuador. You can leave during that season. There are much quieter little towns. You're making me breathe easier tonight. Robin W., I'm not going to let you down. I promise. I know how you think. Am I second guessing wanting to move there, Bethany? It's not that I'm second guessing it, but I'll tell you right now, if I move there, I'm not going to stay there permanently all the time, if that makes sense. I'm going to come back here. I'm probably going to the word would be like bi-coastal. I would probably teeter back and forth between coming back to America to see my parents, kind of like I'm doing now in Ecuador. So I'm either going to be here and go to Ecuador regularly, or I'm going to be in Ecuador and come here regularly. If that makes sense. I'm not going to stay in one place either way. I feel like I'm going to Ecuador does rock, Sandy Wendy. I can't say what I'm doing this year, but I'm going to be doing some things that require me to travel quite a bit. And so I'm going to be traveling either way. I'll either be traveling from here or from Ecuador. That's all. That's how I look at it. Yeah. But Joanne Holly, thank you for your super chat. And you're absolutely right, babe. You're absolutely right. In your corner, support your not. I love you, West Coast Fancy Nancy. That was very nice. You did not have to super chat that, but thank you. And I know you are. I love you, Nancy. I really do. Thank you for that. Slow down. It's never that serious. Yeah. You are talking such sense, such a wise woman. I love you, baby steps. And coming from you, that actually is a huge compliment because I think of you as a very wise woman. Thank you for that super chat. You are becoming you in the best of ways. Yeah, Kim is Blue, it's going to be coming up in the next few months, maybe the spring. Does Huxley want to move? He would. He's totally cool either way. Huxley's like, I'll either be here in the country or I'll surf in Ecuador. Like, he just doesn't care. Huxley he's not really tied to anything and he never has been. And I would say I'm the same way. He's probably a lot like me there because I feel the same. I just don't feel like what I've told you guys, like I never found a place that felt like home. I could probably live anywhere. It just doesn't, I don't get overly excited about a lot of things. Now, back to what I was saying, because I was about to forget it. Thank you, Joel Sachs. I agree. He says, it's amazing how far you've come since your first live. Does he have TBI treatment there? Who, Tommy? Because Tommy has a TBI, traumatic brain injury. It's funny you mentioned that. I believe he does. Tommy gets seen by doctors pretty regularly. He already has like a team of doctors that he sees for his heart and his TBI. So yes, I would say yes to that. They actually have pretty amazing healthcare there. Wendy Brewer, prayers for your mom, babe. So speaking of prayers, I like to pray when I pray, and I don't know when I pray. I don't do it very often. I would say I pray a few times a week. I don't like make a habit of it. I just do it when it feels natural and organic. And when I do pray, I feel much. Oh, by the way, I'd like to do another God stream. Are you guys up for that? I was thinking that today. I have some things I want to talk about. Like it's just come up for me that I want to discuss. Well, I'll make sure that I title it so that if you don't want to be there, absolutely don't feel like you have to be there. New life plan. Does he have? Yes. TBI treatment there. Yes, he does. I know he does. I haven't thought about it, but yes. And thank you for your super chat, babe. That was very kind. When I do pray, I pray for peace. And I find that peace encapsulates, is that the right word? So many things, right? Okay, good, because I'd like to do a God stream. Peace just kind of comes, there's so many gifts that I can think of that come from peace. But here's the thing. I made a note the other day. And I've been praying for something else lately because this is also a huge gift. I love you, Yadira. I've been praying for this is a big one. I want you guys to open your ears on this. If you don't pray, fine, but just think about this concept. Thank you, Penny. He is very mature. Hey, P. Taylor. Thank you, Penny. That's very kind. If you don't pray, fine, but think about this. Lately, I have been praying for, I had to make a note of it, clarity to replace illusions. Because I tend to, I do this a lot. I live on a lot of like the potential of something or the idea that it could turn into this, which is also kind of potential. Just the illusion of what things could be. Like I see the outcome of something, and so I'll hold on to it. No, 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 no. I'm really trying to detach from that. I thank you. I really so praying for clarity. I've been praying to God for clarity to replace those illusions. Yeah. So I'm like, God, please help me replace these illusions that I live on and breathe on with clarity. Make it clear because I tend to just I don't know if it's your brain protecting yourself, but I tend to go and spin shit to where I'm like, well, no. That's my point. When I say people know what they're doing, thank you, Wendy. People know what they're doing. That's another illusion right there. When somebody does something shitty, I'll be the first one to be like, well, her mom is sick. Or, well, she just lost her job. Well, everybody else likes her. That's illusions. Those are illusions. The clarity is there. You're muddying it up with illusions. Stop doing things. Yeah, you're sugarcoating it to make it palatable. It's hard to look at things for what they are sometimes because we don't want to see it, especially if it's somebody close to you, right? If it's somebody close to you, you're going to justify and make illusions even more for that shit, right? You're going to say, I used to say, God, I used to pray to God, help me express my thoughts clearly. I used to get so full of anxiety, I couldn't explain how I was feeling. God really helped me with that. I love that, Nancy. We are creating our own hell by dirtying up things to make it more palatable for us, right? You're diluting it rather than just hitting it head on, right? So I love that Angie Mo prays for contentment. Yeah, I just think these are gifts rather than praying for specific shit. I don't pray for specific things, right? I'll pray. The most specific thing I've prayed for is I'm like, God, please help me to be able to pay my bills and like support my son. I'm not married anymore, right? So I don't have like that second income. So I'll definitely be like, God, I have faith in you that you're going to help me with that. I will say things like, God, I'll talk about my dad's cancer. And I'm like, I have faith in you that you're going to, like things like that. I'll get specific with certain things. Wendy Brewer, if I move to Ecuador, if I move anywhere, my animals will go with me. But I believe that I have a specific issue with muddying the waters on selling to myself that something isn't what I see it for. So I'm now just switching from praying for peace to praying for clarity to replace my illusions. Because I really do kind of spin up illusions, I think, to protect myself because I don't want to see shit for what it really is. And I find that if you close your circle down, the more people you have in your life, the more problems you're going to have. The more people I find that I have in my life, the more I take on their issues, the more they dump on me, the more they drain me, the more they give me drama, the more they say shit behind my back. If you just cut that out, I missed Kat's comment. You guys are all talking to Kat. What did she say? My friend of 20 years dumped me for irrational reasons. I'm a good friend and you are a good friend and don't deserve what she is doing, hoping I can bounce it off y'all on the Zoom. I need to talk about it to work on letting go. Oh, for sure, Kat. I am actually just glad to hear you say you'll be in the Zoom. I would love for you to bounce that off of us. That's what those Zoom calls are for. That's if for anybody who's wondering, and I'm sorry that happened to you, Kat, but for anybody who's wondering, that's what we do in those Zoom calls. It's just more intimate, it's more detailed. We can all see each other and it's hours and hours. But that's what it's for. Really, truly. We're just bouncing shit off of each other. And it's not always bad stuff. Sometimes it's good stuff. Sometimes it's good news. Sometimes it's a life decision that someone brings and says, hey, what do you guys think of this? Like, I'm thinking about this. I mean, I love those. When is our Zoom call? The 25th. Okay. In about 3 weeks. I love that. Got to see stuff for what it is to figure it out. You're not doing yourself any favors, Sophia. See, Sophia's a good one who absolutely sees things for what it is. Here's the problem, whatever it is, and here's me. I like dance around it and I like take detours and I try not to look at it. Yeah, Yorkie mom. And I try to pretend I don't see it and I'll be like, hey, look over there. Don't look at the problem. Maybe, she's just in a bad mood. Maybe it was a bad day. I just feel like, oh, Amanda B, I'm so glad Yorkie mom gave you a membership. We're not doing ourselves any favors by creating those illusions to avoid clarity. We're not. We are not. And I'm going to really, really try hard to stop doing that. It's only making life harder for me and it makes my job as a human being harder. It makes it harder on me, right? So it sucks when you find out people are not consistent. It sucks when you find out people are not who they say they are, when they're disingenuous or they're bullshitters or they were doing this behind your back or they don't. The biggest thing I'm going to work on for the rest of my life, right, is knowing. Thank you, Wendy. That means a lot. Knowing who is in my corner and knowing who is in my business. Because sadly, but truly, most people just want to be in your business. And you can, if you are mindful of it, you can spot that shit right away. You really can. Do you know how many people have texted me since Tommy and I started talking? And it makes me sad. People that know my number, love you, Vicky. People or email me. And they don't ever text me any other time. They don't text me to say, hey, I heard this. Congratulations. They don't text me to say, hey, I have a job interview. I'm really excited. They don't tell me anything about their lives. Do you know how many people have reached out to me just to go, oh my God, what's the scoop with you and Tommy? Tell me everything. That always feels like a bullet to me. I'm like, I literally haven't heard from you in 4 months. And you want me to spill the tea? You want me to spill it all? Like, you are not in my corner. You're in my business. And it's really, really easy to spot now if you're looking for it. And it drags me down every time I get that text from someone. It makes me feel used. It makes me feel a gossip vending machine. It makes me feel like an object. It makes me feel like I was married to Jeff, like just used. Like you just want the gossip. Like that's what I am for you. You just want, like, where were you when I had good news? How come you didn't text me and go, hey, good for you, babe. I heard that you did this, or I heard that you accomplished that. You think I don't see through that bullshit? And it's disappointing every time. It never gets old. I see it, I open my phone and I go, I hate it. I hate it every time. And it's almost always the same wording. And it's like 5 to 10 different people. And they'll go, oh my God, I need to know what's the real deal with you and Tommy. And it's like, do you think I'm like not what I said it was? And the other weird thing about that, and I'll just say this, how many times do I talk about that? How I don't like that. I don't like disingenuous people. I don't like people who are in my business like that. And they actively watch me. And it's like those boundaries don't apply to them. They walk right through those boundaries. They push right through them anyway, and they say it anyway. And it's like weird. I just did a stream on this yesterday, and it's interesting that you're texting me this. Like you were in the stream. Most of them are in the damn stream, actively talking to us, engaging. That is some zero self-awareness like I've never seen. Well, it's not that it's none of your business, Pat Jonas. It is your business because I make it your business. I talk about it. And if you're a real friend, I don't have a problem talking about it. It's not like I'm trying to be closed up. I want friends. But I don't want friends who show up when there's some possible potential gossip, right? Of whatever, and that's when you show up. But you don't show up when I'm having a hard time. You don't show up when things are rough. You don't show up when things are great. You just want to know, oh my God. Like it's just like the town gossip, and it's sad. It sucks. Yeah, just Joan, there are. Baby steps, that sounds like me, especially in my younger years. I lived a lot on illusions. It prevented me from actually moving toward what I really wanted. I lived in what I wanted to be true, not reality. That is a huge problem for me. That is very wise the way you worded that. And I have that issue. And that's something that I've just recently been made aware of. Thank you, Tammy. It's an addiction. I have an addiction to masking things and making and selling myself on illusions. And so this year I'm working very much on addictions. Pat Jonas, you've never crossed that line, babe. Never. Never. If you're wondering if you've crossed that line, chances are you haven't. Because people like that they're inconsiderate. They're not considering. Love you, Tammy, right? They know who they are. They know who they are. But yes, I sell myself on illusions, and I'm addicted to illusions. And that's something that I'm going to try very hard this year to break myself of. Baby steps, thank you for that. And thank you for the super chat. You grew up in a horrible illusion. Thank you. If you're still in here, Kestrel, thank you. Just answer you right now. Thank you, Kestrel. I grew up in a horrible illusion. That's probably true. Wendy, true friendships go through the ups and especially the way downs. Well, it's just at this point, I just think people are easier to read. I'm not entirely sure that I could give you the definition of what friendship is, but I can tell you it's not that. I know enough to know it's not that. I may be a lot of things and there's a lot I need to work on, but I have never in my life been a gossip girl. I do not thrive on that shit. I don't, even people who hate me. If someone says like so and so had a stroke or this person did this, yeah, today's Kestrel's birthday. I don't even take joy in that. Like I don't want to. I saw a meme and I loved it. It said, "I'm out of the loop on purpose. Keep me out of it." I don't want to know. I do not want to hear. I cannot stand, and I'm not going to say women. I'm going to say human beings who are like, "Oh my God, did you hear about this? Oh my God." So many people do that, and it's gross. We really need to outgrow that. It's a form of hate. And it's weird and it's an addiction in itself and it's gross. Like I would rather hear people from their mouth. I really don't. If you have something that you need to tell me that's like, hey, I think you should know this about this person, the red flag is all over you, not that person. The red flag is going to be all over you in my mind. Whenever somebody warns me about something, I'm looking at you, not them. I'm a functioning human being. I can figure that shit out for myself. That's how I feel about it. It is a new normal, Wendy, and that's why I choose not to have access to a lot of people. Not a lot of people have access to me, but I also don't want access to a lot of people. Again, I'm out of the loop intentionally, right? God, this was a good stream. It started off a little stupid, but I feel like it really kicked into high gear. Spend your energy lifting other people up, and also, Holly, protect your energy. Protect your energy. Protect your peace is always something that you hear, and it's a great point. But protecting your energy is also super vital because it's what we spend all day. We spend our energy on things all day. And I'm like, I don't know that I want to waste my energy on this. Time is also important, but my energy, I only have so much before I'm drained, right? I'm not spending all day on some fucking hater. I don't care about what people are saying. Again, if it's big enough, I'll address it. But when it's some stupid lowlife that just is trying to make money off of something about me, we don't care. Right? It was Robin W. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. This was a really fun stream. Your energy is limited. Use it wisely. Yeah. I think you are too, Holly. I believe that 100%, Holiday. Guys, I will be back tomorrow. What is today? Okay, today is Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I thought it was Tuesday. It's because I traveled for so long. I will be back tomorrow afternoon. I have therapy on Friday, which I'm excited about. Thank you, Heather. I just have a lot of things I want to discuss. I have a lot of things I want to talk about. There's so much for this new year. It means a lot to me. This year in particular means a lot to me. Thank you, Rachel Sandy. I love you guys. And mods, thank you for being here. I want to say thank you again for the super chats. So kind. Speaking of, thank you for the gifted memberships, Pam. Thank you for being members. It really, really helps me in Huxley. And I don't ever ask for it. You guys just do it when you feel like it's right in your heart. And I appreciate that so much. Yorkie Mom, yes. Thank you. Wendy, I love it when you're here. You bring so much to the table. You have no idea. I notice when you're not here. I noticed last night when you were not here. Just so you know that, Wendy, like you really bring a lot. I appreciate you. Abigail, trust in the Lord always. For the Lord God is the eternal rock. Lord, you will grant us peace. That's a great one. Very simple and to the point, but I love that. Abigail, thank you for that. And thank you for the super chat. Love you, Joanne Holly. Amy Edge, I think the nicer you are to people in this world, the more likely you will be shit on and take it for granted. I think I would be better off being a jerk. Now, there's a lot of truth to that, Amy Edge. And I know that you're going through some tough things right now. I know that you're taking a break on social media, and I think you should. I think that is so smart to put your mental health first. Thank you for being a member. It's not about being a jerk. It's just not allowing people to have so much access to you, I think, Wendy. But if you have to be a jerk, be a jerk. I'm not against that either. I'm just saying, I think being nice, people do take advantage of. There's something that I read that said, do not mistake niceness for weakness. And I think tons of people mistake niceness for weakness. They're not the same thing, Amy, but I think people do. And you're pretty spot on there, babe. Guys, I mean it. Thank you for tonight. I love you all. I will be back tomorrow. Mods, thank you for your time. Thank you, everyone else, for being here with me. Please hit subscribe on your way out. And here comes Fred, guys. I love you all.